So Damien Chazelle is such a fantastic director. I mean, look at that. He's the guy who did La La Land, Whiplash, First Man. Whiplash and First Man I gotta check out at some point, and I really gotta upgrade this to Blu-ray. But Chazelle has recently been let go from director's jail, as he's now developing a film set in prison with Paramount. So I'm looking forward to that. And I figured to celebrate, let's take a look at his previous film, which was also produced and released by Paramount, and one that they took a gamble on. Yep, we're talking about Babylon. This film is nuts. Like, it's nuts. It's insanely fucking bonkers. Like, holy shit. Like, this is another one of the best films to come out of 2022. And I'm also just trying to imagine what it would have been like getting to see this in theaters. Like, just seeing all this insane stuff going on, like, on a huge-ass screen. Like, I would have killed for that. But yeah, let's get into Babylon. First off, I haven't usually been that big on, like, movies about people making movies, though there are some exceptions, like Fabelmans. But Babylon, this is, like, one of the best ones about that. Like, it gave me not only was it such a great insight on what it was like making silent pictures, transitioning to sound, or transitioning to the talkies, as they called it, but it's also just so, this is a rarity, but, like, it's so entertaining to watch, especially, like, getting to see all the insane tantrums people were throwing, like, especially, like, after the introduction of sound. Like, everyone was just on a high note that day when they were making it. And like, don't even get me started on the party scenes. Those party scenes are just, not only just a visual eye treat, but they're just one of the most gorgeous set pieces to come out within the last several years. Like, the entire party scene in the opening is just filled with so much vibrant character. Like, it's filled with vibrance, it's filled with character, it's filled with personality, it's filled with style, it's filled with everything. Like, the set designer, Florencia Martin just did such a bang-up job. Props to her. The acting is just... it perfectly matches everything else about the movie. Like, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, the queen, she was, like, just perfect. This is, like, one of her best roles. Honestly, I think this might just be her best role. Like, even topping some of the other ones that I've seen her in, like Barbie. And people's, like, and, like, who would want, like, what was Margot Robbie thinking when she was thinking that people were tired of seeing her face? Like, I love seeing her performances. Like, it's just, she's always giving it 110. Diego Calva, he is, let me tell you, he's the standout. He is, or one of the standouts, alongside Pitt and Robbie. Like, I just love seeing his youthful, like, I want to make movies, like, speech. Like, that really resonated with me, because, like, that's what I want to do. Only to see him turn into a studio executive and seeing all the youth and excitement taken out of him. And seeing his, like, that ending where he gets all emotional, that was great. In fact, that whole montage of films, like, bravo. Like, that's That that's how you end a film about movies, about people making movies. In fact, this whole movie is just, this is how you do one about people making films. Also, Jean Smart, Giovanna Adepo, I'm sorry if I don't know if I can pronounce her name, but right there, she was also just fantastic, even with her limited screen time. And then also Olivia Wilde, Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire was just crazy in this. Like, he was also an executive producer on the film. So, thanks for helping bring Chazelle's movie to life, Maguire. As I've already mentioned, like, the set designing is incredible. Like, the entire direction of Babylon is just flawless. And another element of flawlessness added to the film is the music. Oh, man. If there's one thing that, like, even when people are divisive on some of Chazelle's movies, one thing that all of his movies have, like, in common in terms of consistency and all that, is having such a banger OST. Who did the music? Justin Hurwitz. Justin Hurwitz. Justin Hurwitz is the king of the music in this movie. Man, his music was having me all excited, just dancing, moving a bit. It's like I was bopping to everything. Like, that's how you know the music in a movie is good, when it gets you kind of moving and just puts a smile on you. I love that. Babylon's story was also pretty good. And I just honestly, like, Babylon, and also, like, just the insane things that go on, like all the no wait, there's one other thing. The editing is so snappy, it's witty, or it's snappy, it's sharp. Like, oh, why did this movie not get nominated for any Oscars? I wouldn't be mad if this just came in and won all the Oscars, because, like, this is just but yeah, I'm just so overwhelmed with Babylon. Like, it's one of those movies that we don't get. Like, I'm just very thankful that that we were able to get a movie like this. And that a big studio like Paramount was willing to take a gamble on producing a film like this that looks and feels expensive. Because let me tell you, the movie does look really expensive, and it looks beautiful. But yeah. Now, I know not all my viewers are not really into, like, cinema. They're more here for, like, my Thomas physical media content, you know? And I'm okay with that, but if you do like movies and all, I really want to know, what do you think of Babylon, if you have seen it? I'm really interested to hear your thoughts about this. Like, we could talk in the comments about it, because, like, I love hearing people's different takes on movies. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be thinking about this for the rest of the night. This is magnificent.